I always do this. Welcome back everyone, Ronin here, and today I'm bringing you my Bard opener. I practiced for about 2 hours yesterday, so hopefully I don't make too many mistakes today. And I hope that it's helpful. I've heard of 2 openers and I've compared them, and I'm not so convinced right now about the first. I'm still going to compare some of the parses today and give you my opinion. Our Bard and our static pops 2 cooldowns before starting the fight. In the long run it won't make that big of a difference, but as an opener I think the spike is going to be better if you don't use 2 cooldowns before the start. Now I made some gear upgrades yesterday. My DPS should be better than yesterday's parses, but don't compare me to the high end bards because my gear is just not comparable. I'm only 174. The gear is just to compare both openers, just so that it's at least still in the right ballpark. Alright, so the idea behind one of the openers that I've heard from my Bard is he claims that you pop Hawk's Eye, Raging Strikes, and then you start going with your rotation, straight shot. And then you pop an ability in between both. So we're gonna start. I didn't even have that. Never mind, my mistake. Let's start over. So while we wait for my mistake and my cooldowns, one thing that I mentioned in one of my other videos that you can do if you're on the pole or you're being mobile before settling down on a pole, mainly for speedruns, one thing you can do is take Minuet off. As you're running, straight shot, venomous bite, wind bite, and then if it's settled down, then you can use Wanderer's Minuet, focus target that target, keep an eye on the debuffs. You can move on to a different target and poison those, and make sure you apply Iron Jaws before the debuff wears off on your main target. That way it'll give you more procs, so you can focus on another target, but just make sure you keep reapplying your venomous bite on your focus target. That way it'll give you more procs. So now we got that out of the way, I'll be able to restart soon. So, like I was saying before I made a mistake, make sure your Wanderer's Minuet is on. So the idea behind the first opener that I've heard of is you use Hawk's Eye and then Raging Strikes before using your Bloodletter to open. My opener is different, but I just want to test it and compare it, see if it's that big of a difference. Yesterday I noticed that the one I plan on doing is better, especially for pugs. The idea is that if you pop these 2 cooldowns, you know when the tank is pulling, so you want a pulling macro. But I agree with the Bard in my static that Bloodletter should be used as your first ability. Now, we're going to start with the one that the Bard in my static does. So. No, I messed up. The idea is you want to re-apply Iron Jaws before your buffs start running out. So since I was only comparing the opening rotation, I'm going to stop both rotations after the Venomous Bite and Wind Bite were off, I won't reapply Iron Jaws and I'll run back. So regardless of what opener you choose to do, it's gonna be hard to compare because there's spikes, crits, procs, but the rotation is essentially the same once the fight is going. And after this opener, I'm gonna show one maybe kind of slower, like slowed down just to be able to describe it. Bard is basically a priority system, and if you have an ability that's off global to use, you basically use it. So Bloodletter, if it's an AoE, Rain of Death. Now one thing I want to test out, but it's going to be hard, I'd have to go with a group that I know. And I don't think I'm ready for Savage, especially I'd have to find a warrior to replace me. Is Rain of Death, if it's worth casting on a single target for the purpose of the evasion reduction, just for your Scholar, or even if it's worth using on a group, let's say as a static, you purposely reduce your accuracy to be able to push more damage because you won't be missing as much because of Rain of Death. So that's a possibility I also want to explore, to see how much accuracy below cap you could actually be, which means more stats, which means more damage. So let's go with the opener I want to do. The last one was just about 1000 DPS in 50 seconds. I think I replayed it once last time, so I'll replay it again. That's not 50 seconds. So burst wise, it's pretty close. So I'll do it one time each, just to compare. So I had 990, I think, and then 940. Now that's small difference. I mean, 50 is still a considerable difference. It's 5%. Now 50 is still a decent difference. It's just that with crits and, you know, priority system procs, it might alter the DPS, so sometimes you'll be higher, sometimes you'll be lower. I proved that with Warrior. In the long run though, because the rotation is going to be the same, I'm pretty confident it's going to iron out that difference. So let's try it one more time each. I kind of mess up. And here I hit 2 targets, so. Alright, there we go, 35 seconds. So 11:32. So I'll just scratch the other two. We're 38 seconds, 11:32. Ideally you don't want to miss anything in your opener, but there is a lot in the first few seconds to pop off, which is why I think the idea of popping 2 before the pull. Alright, let's try this again, so that I don't mess up. I have Rage Strikes up. Almost messed up. Oh, didn't go through. Oh, I lost track of time. I mean, 1129 was pretty much on par with the other opener, but I forgot my iron jaws, so it doesn't count. Oh no, it worked. It went through. No, don't go on that one. Okay. Why are there icicles here? Oh, he has a quest, I guess. So let's try to do this quick. Okay, I reply it this time. So the first opener is more. So let's bring this in just to kind of look at the numbers. Damage crit. So in this one I have 60 hits, 61 hit. So I managed to get 61 hits into 3 seconds less, which will affect my DPS. And I got 5 crit more, so it's a lot more crits. So I can't use this to compare. So I'm gonna have to do a few more pulls, just so I can properly compare. So max hit 3200. See, it's hard to compare because I probably got a giant crit in there. Alright, let's get another one done because of the damage difference. So, let's try it again. As soon as the 2 fall off, I run away. No, 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 no! I forget it every time. I was doing good there too. Alright, hopefully this one I don't make a mistake. So, let's try it again. I find with this one, it's harder to get everything in properly. Iron Jaws. Oh, I hit 3, I think. But I did hit 3 targets, not 2. Let's compare this one. See, this is also longer. So this one I got 67 hits, 7 crits again. So I lost out on some crits. As opposed to the original one, which is 2 seconds less. No, it's the same. Wait. So this one is 5 seconds less. So the opener is less time. And I have 6 hits more in that time frame. See, I'd have to chalk it up to lucky crits right now. So I mean, in 2 seconds, I did 4,000 damage more than the last one. But the DPS doesn't reflect that. You see this? Like, this is why it's hard to come up with a proper opener. Then mainly the crits. Alright, I have to try it again. If I can get at least closer to the crits. But hey, maybe it's that opener. So let's do it one more each. Maybe it just lines up crits better because of the dots. That's probably what it is. Okay. I messed up. One more. See, it was lower, but I did mess up my straight shot on that one. I didn't get a proc. So 37 seconds, and it's a lot lower. This opener is a lot easier to manage. Oh, right, and I'm only hitting one target on this one. Fuck. So I gotta compare this to one I only hit one target with. But here, see, 4 crits, 48 hits. Like, that's a huge difference for the same opener. And did I get a really nice hit? No, I didn't get that 3290 that I did on this one, on the other one. Okay, let's do one with my rotation that I only hit one with flaming arrow. Those are already. Fucked up. So you can see, I keep messing up. I have to use Iron Jaws like one rotation faster, which is what I keep messing up. Let's give it one more shot. There's no point in doing this opener if you keep messing it up. I'm gonna go on that right now. I'd like to stand behind this one. I just can't get it quite right for you guys, so if I can't do it, I mean, it's just gonna be, it just means I need more practice. But without showing it, I can't tell you that this is what I think is better. I actually have to get the information. Like, I have to get it right. I gotta do it. So just have to prove that it's a good opener, but Iron Jaws. I got pretty lucky on that. Every time I get straight shot, I run towards. I hit 2 targets though. Can I just cancel out the fire in the numbers? No. So I'm gonna do one more each. Sorry if this is dragging on, but I mean, I can't quite compare. Like, these two are the same opener, and there's a difference of about 100 DPS on it, and you know, there's an extra crit here, 2 extra hits because of procs. Now, the one I had really good for the other opener, I did it again, and it wasn't so good on. But again, I hit 1 target with fire. So can I wait? Target striking dummy. There's only the one. All incoming. If we took fire arrow out of this one, so fire arrow did 1700 DPS, and it hit 18 times. Incoming reference. Fire arrow, flaming arrow. 9 hits, so it did 82 DPS. What did we say here? 176. So it's 176 minus 82. So 94. Ah, crap. So if I took 94 off of this one, 1132 minus 94, 1038 is still better than that one by quite a bit. But again, 4 crits. So it's really hard to give you guys a good idea, because crits, and like 48 hits on this one as opposed to 161, it's still more than 9 hits. You know, even though I hit 1 target with flaming arrow, 9 hits, so 61. This one, 48 plus 9 is 57. There's still 4 hits somewhere in the same amount of time. Let's do my rotation with 1 target. Okay, I gotta reapply. I missed my Sidewinder, so that's gonna affect my DPS. One more in. So I missed my Sidewinder, so that was pretty bad. I'm not sure if I missed it on the other ones. So 983. Alright. So now if we compare this one, this 42nd one, with the one I just did, it's still off by 100. But again, no more crits, more hits in this one. Well, consistently, I'm getting more damage. No, not this one. Oh, that one I hit 2. That one I hit 2. So I can't compare to this one. I have to compare to this one. So my opener was better, and I missed my Sidewinder. Let's check out all skills out. Oh, for me. You. Skills out. Sidewinder did 2300. The last run I did, because I forgot about it, Sidewinder did a lot less. And my DPS was still higher. Now I got a Mercy Stroke in there. I don't think I got one out of here. Didn't get a Mercy Shot here. How much was Mercy Shot? There's Misery's End? Yeah, 1600. Imperial Arrow, 1700. Imperial Arrow. That's 7,000. So, personally, now I'm just beating my head around it. So do it one more. Don't forget Sidewinder. Hit only 1 target with Flaming Arrow. See, I don't like the repelling shot, but I moved a lot. See, I mean, let's check out the hits first before I say anything. I don't think I hit 2 targets. I only have 1 on my list. But see, it went down as I'm running away. Crits 12. 10, 52 hits. Alright, well, either way you look at it, this is basically your opener. You're gonna want to start, either you pop 2 cooldowns or 1 on the beginning. So either you pop 1 or 2, then you follow by Bloodletter. After Bloodletter, you use Straight Shot. Then you use Blood for Blood, Venomous Bite. Internal Release last because it's the shortest cooldown. And Wind Bite. After Wind Bite, ideally you want to use Barrage, followed by Imperial Arrow. After this, you want to be doing Sidewinder, just so you don't forget it. And it should line up with Iron Jaws. Now, after Iron Jaws, you want to use, because that's a global ability, you want to use Blunt Arrow, but if Bloodletter is back, you use Bloodletter, because that is stronger. This is where the priority kicks in. You've already used Flaming Arrow, so then you keep a watch for this. Then you do Straight Shot if it's procced. You're gonna do a Straight Shot because it's automatic crit, and then Heavy Shot you know, you keep the balance of your dots, and just make sure you always reapply Iron Jaws. So let's do a, you know, about a 4-minute rotation, see if I can't keep my DPS numbers up. Just for shits and giggles. So I'm going to do the opener that I seem to levitate towards, because I don't like popping too many skills before pull. So a little early. So it looks something like this. Alright, time for one more. Okay. Make sure that if you use it, you have time to reapply your Iron Jaws. Shit. Iron Jaws. See, I didn't have straight shots, so that's kind of bad. It's gonna affect my DPS. Ah, barrage. Good time for one more. So I should use barrage there. I messed up. I'm gonna let it fall off. This should be good now. So this gives you an idea. I made a few mistakes, mainly my straight shot falling off. So 900. With my gear, I'm not sure if that's like really good. I am a little low. I did hit 2 targets with the flaming arrow at one point, so it's gonna skew it a bit. But I'm not here to just show off the DPS end. I'm here to show the rotation, what it looks like. You know, a few mistakes here and there, but hopefully you get the idea. Whether or not which opener is better, I'm gonna post the information I have for you and my comparisons. Definitely popping the 2. This is my conclusion. Popping the 2 Hawk's Eye and Raging Strikes in the opener is actually is a lot easier, and in a sense better, so that you can use your iron jaws like properly, so you're not like close to missing it. And because of how the timing is, you'll have more buffs for the venomous bite and wind bite earlier. So in theory, popping 2 before is better. Now practically it's hard to test because of variables. So this is what I would do. I would only do this in a static where there's a countdown macro. If there's no countdown macro, then I would just wait and either pop 1 as you see him run, like him, I mean the tank. So as you see the tank run, I would pop 1 bloodletter, pop the next, and do that rotation. Because unless you know for sure what's going on, you know, and you really want to maximize your DPS, I mean, sure, you see him run, you could pop 2, but for a reason, I don't know, he doesn't tomahawk, you know, I've seen some tanks just face pull, which is fucking retarded. Sorry, this is not really a concrete video for you guys. I think both are viable options. As far as the rotation, it's priority. If something procs, you use it. You know, it's just keep watching, be on your toes. You know, use it as it comes, and you want to just push out as many skills out per minute as you can. If something comes up, you use it, and it's just non-stop, just throwing them in there. If I get more raid experience with this class, which this is going to be my off class, I'm pretty sure, because I like the versatility. One thing I forgot to mention in my skills videos, if you use quick knock, let's do it on here. It's all 4 targets. If you use wide volley, it's 3 targets. So if you picture where I am right now, quick knock hits 4, it would actually hit 5, it would hit another one here. And then using on the same target, flaming arrow, I think still hits, okay, this will only hit 3. It's not like, I think it was the Dark Knights is bigger arrow, AoE, I believe. And then that leaves me to Rain of Death. If you use Rain of Death, much bigger area than wide volley. So just take note of that. The AoE range is actually quite large. As always, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Like this video if you want to see more like this. I'll be putting up a few more videos coming up. I just enjoy trying to get better players out of the community. Thank you all for watching. Have yourself a great night.